Hi everyone, how are you all today? My name is Saj and I'm really looking forward to today and what I'm going to do with you. So, are you looking forward to the workshop? Are you looking forward to seeing the show later on after your lunch break? So today we are going to be creating our very own friendship tree. So what I'm going to do first of all is just show you some examples of what a friendship tree could look like. So what I'm going to show you are the ones that I have done. But I don't want you to copy what I'm doing. I want you to use your imagination and create your very own friendship tree. Now the tree can be any colour you like, it doesn't have to be brown. The leaves don't have to be green. The leaves don't have to even be leaf shaped. Just use your imagination and create your very own tree. Okay, so before I talk more about the friendship tree and the things I want you to bear in mind as we're making, it's probably a good idea to think about what materials we can use. So the main thing is to use materials that you have at home. So I'm going to show you some examples of the things that you could use today. So for example, we've got crayons that you could use. We have colouring pencils, we've got a range here. Felt tips that you could use. And for joining material, you could use sellotape and also glue, okay? It could be PVA glue if you prefer, or Pritt stick glue. It's whatever you've got at home. Also, a pair of scissors. Make sure you've got grown-ups to help you if you're stuck with that. And other materials that would be really useful, you may have things like this, tissue paper, coloured tissue paper that you could use. I've got examples of other types of paper as well that I've got here. So lots of coloured paper here. You also may have lots and lots of recycling materials. So I'm going to show you some examples that you might have at home. So these are cereal boxes that you might have at home that you could use today as well. Lots of chocolate wrappers here. We like chocolates in this house. And here you go. Just a couple of other examples of recycling materials that you may have in your boxes at home. And also, you may have some old magazines or newspapers lying around as well that we could use. Okay, so they're examples of some of the materials that you could use today. Now there are two parts to this workshop. We've got the tree part and then the part where we look at the leaves. For the tree, I want you to draw or collage, whatever you like. It could be any colour that you prefer for your tree. Use your imagination. If you want to crayon using blue, pink for a tree, why not? If you want to use collage paper such as tissue paper or any of the recycled materials you may have at home, why not? And use glue or sellotape to stick that on and make your own shape. So I showed you some examples of my trees. Just use your imagination, do whatever you feel is right for you. There's no right or wrong way, okay? And also the second part, for the leaves, I'd like you to cut out leaf shapes or any other shapes that represent leaves that you will be sticking onto your tree. For that part, that's where we really think about friendships, because you will be writing and drawing onto your cutouts and sticking them on your tree. So later on, I will be doing examples for you while we're working together, so don't worry. But what I would like is for you to think about friendships. Now, who are your friends? So maybe your neighbours are your friends. Are they your school friends? Friends you've got at nursery? Maybe it's your pet. Maybe you've got a pet dog that's your special friend. Maybe you have an imaginary friend. It's entirely up to you. So I want you to think about that and maybe talk with your grown-up about who your friends are. Okay, and I would like you to think about what is it about your friendship that's important to you. So for example, when I think about my friendships, things like being kind to each other, sharing, trusting each other, having fun are all very important to me. And what about you? What's important to you? And also the final thing, what do you like to do with your friends? Do you like to play football, for example? Do you like to dress up together? Do you like cooking? Do you like going for walks, running around the playground? So for example, I love going to cafes, having tea and cake and talking to my friends. I love that. That's one of my favourite things to do. And I also really enjoy going for walks with my friends. So there's some of the things that I like to do. So I would like you to talk with your grown-ups, or if you've got your brothers and sisters with you, just to chat about all those things. What does it feel like? How does it make you feel, for example, happy? the things you like to do, and what's important about your friendships. So we're going to start in a minute, and as I've said to you already, use your imagination. There's no right or wrong way of doing your tree, and don't feel you have to rush what you're doing. I know you've got some time with me now, but you do have your lunch break before you see the show, so you could always carry on with what you're doing then or afterwards. So that's really important to me. Don't feel like you've got to rush what you're doing. Just take your time, just enjoy the workshop. Okay, so the first stage is for us to do our tree. So remember I showed you some examples earlier of some of the trees, so that was a collage one. I just used plastic wrapping, felt tip pen over here, and then colouring pencils. So for this tree, I'm going to use cardboard paper. So it's just recycling that I've got. Ideally for the tree, it would be great if you've got card paper, but if you don't have anything, plain paper is just as fine. So I'm going to start off, let's cut this. Doesn't matter what shape, it could be square or rectangle, it's entirely up to you. As I said, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's whatever you feel is right for you. Okay. So I think I might use collage paper for this one. What about some tissue paper? But I don't want to use brown. I think I'm going to go for really bright pink shades like this. Okay. Why not? So you could either cut them up or just tear your tissue paper. I'm just going to tear them. Okay, just tear lots of tissue paper first of all. Bit of the darker colour. There you go, like this. Doesn't matter how you tear them. Okay, so I think I've got some examples ready. Just going to move them to the side a little bit. I'm going to use some Pritt Stick glue for this part. But as I say, you can use sellotape if you prefer. It really doesn't matter. So here we go. I'm just going to layer up the colours. So while we're doing this, remember to think about your friends, who they are, things you like to do with them, what makes you happy, how does it feel when you're with your friends. Ask your grown-ups too, who were their friends? See, I'm just laying them up like this. I think mine's going to be quite a tall tree. You see how they're overlapping? Remember, for collage, you can use whatever material you like, if you want to use collage. I wonder what colours you're choosing for your tree. Have you gone for bright colours like I have? Remember, you can ask your grown-ups to help you out if you're stuck as well. Or maybe they want to do their own one as well. It's getting a little bit sticky, but that's okay. Maybe a couple more for the branches. How are you getting on with yours? As I say, just take your time, don't worry, there's no rush. Okay, I think that might be it for mine. Okay, so this is my collage tree here. Look at the colours, it's bright, isn't it? So now we are going to do another friendship tree, but this time it's a little different. I have two little helpers with me, my two little sons. So I've got Zane here and Cal. Do you want to say hello?
Hello!
Okay, so we are going to make a friendship tree. So what I want you to think about first of all, who are your friends?
My friend is Charlie.
Okay, Zane, do you want to tell me who your friends are?
Yes.
Go on, tell me who they are.
Indy.
Okay, who else?
Indy because she makes me unicorny.
Okay, so we are now going to make some trees.
Yeah.
Do you like that idea? Yeah?
Yeah.
So, what we've got to do first of all is choose the paper. Cal, what paper do you want to use? Do you want to use one of these or one of these? What colour would you like? Use that one?
Yeah.
Okay, just put it down here for me. Okay, so Zane, what paper do you want to use to draw your...
Did.
Which one did I choose? Was it the green one? Yeah? Okay. There you go, there's green for you.
I got green
Move
for
these
you,
out
Mum.
the way. Do you want to choose...
I want to choose that one.
Do you want the crayons? Oh, the felt tip? Yeah? Okay, which one do you want to use? What colour?
Those two ones.
Okay, can you get them out? Yeah? Brilliant! Okay, you got greens. Zane, what would you like? You want the crayons?
I want blue, red, pink. Wait,
You can choose them.
red, orange,
Let's find an orange. There you go, it's an orange. And what other colour was it?
green.
And green.
Wait, I got green.
You got green
And
too?
brown.
Okay, and brown. Okay, that one?
Is it brown?
Okay, brilliant. Okay, do you want to start drawing a tree? Right, shall we show the pictures?
I got all the
Yeah,
colours.
I'll show yours.
Lightsaber.
She want to hold one up for you. Come nearer.
So this is where Anakin.
Should we show yours, Cal?
Like,
This is Cal's. Can you tell me about this tree, Cal?
that's a toast tree.
It's a toast tree. I love that.
Thank you.
Remember we talked about friends and who your friends were?
Mm-hmm.
And you were telling me a little bit about how they made you feel.
Mm-hmm.
What about the things you like to do with your friends? What sort of things do you like to do?
I like playing with them.
You like playing?
Play, read, going to be funny things.
So now we're going to put leaves on our trees, okay? And we can cut out shapes which look like leaves, or you can make any other shapes that you like. So what shape do you want?
I want a circle.
Circle ones?
Yes.
Okay.
I am
You got three.
making Star Wars.
Okay, so you're going to do Star Wars one. So shall we start your cutouts, yeah? Do you want to have a go? Okay, Cal, do you want me to cut your hearts up?
Yeah.
Okay, now boys, you've got your trees here, haven't you? Cal, look at your tree, your toast tree. Can you have a look? And then Zane, you've got your rainbow tree here.
And actually it's a heart tree.
Well, you're going to stick your hearts on there, aren't you? And Zane, you're going to stick your circle cutouts, aren't you? Yeah?
Circle. I'm going to wash my hands.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so Zane, you know earlier on we were talking about friendships and you told me the names of some of your friends. You've now got to write the names of your friends on here. Okay, so you can choose whichever colour you want, the pencils.
The friend's colour.
Yeah, okay. So do you want to choose the colours and write the names down on here for me? Okay, so who's this one for, the colour blue?
Buddy.
Okay.
Sugar saffron. And the back. paper back.
Okay, Zane, you now need to stick these onto your tree, okay? So I can use that way for you. So here's
My glue.
Zane, this is brilliant. You happy with it? Yeah? Should we show everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, so brilliant. Look at the colours. Love it. Okay, Zane and Cal, your pictures were gorgeous. I'm so happy with them. They're lovely. You happy with them? Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, should we say bye-bye to everybody?
Bye-bye.
Say bye. So I'm going to do another tree. I think I'm going to use one of these pieces of paper. This is just standard sugar paper. As I say, you can use whatever you like. What colour should I go for? What about this one here? And I think I am going to use colour pencil. What colour? What colour shall I go for? I think I might go for the brown because my other tree was so bright and pink, wasn't it? So let's go for this colour. Okay, so I think we're ready. Here we have our brown curly tree, and it's ready for the next stage where we're going to look at the leaves and then think about the questions I mentioned earlier about friendships. Okay, so for this tree I'm actually going to cut out some leaf shapes. So I've done a couple here already. There you go. Doesn't matter how you want to do it, doesn't have to be perfect leaf shape. Remember, it's up to you. Okay, so before we stick our cut-out shapes, so mine are leaves, but yours could be whatever you like for your tree, write down the names of your friends, things like how they make you feel, all the different things you like to do with them, and you know, all the things we talked about earlier on. So for example, I'm going to write down a couple of friends' names here. Sharky and let's say Kath, for example. You could draw, so for example, I talked about I like eating cakes, so I would draw pictures of cakes, for example. So once you've done that, the next thing to do is to place your cutout shaped leaves onto your tree. It's best to put them down first before you stick them down, because then you can decide where you'd like them to be. So for example, like this. There we go. Okay, now we've done this, what I'm going to do is show you the tree that we did earlier. Do you remember the pink tree that I did earlier? And there it is. Doesn't that look fantastic? So I've included my names of my friends and the cake, the important cake. So there you go, there is my friendship tree. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you all do later on. I've had a great time making this. I hope you enjoy yours. And remember, don't worry if you don't get it finished in the time that you've had with me. You've got plenty of time during your lunch break. And I really hope you enjoy your performance later on that you're going to watch. Okay, take care everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.